There we go. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. Okay. So I was like sleeping and then my cat woke me up like in the middle of the night because he just like wanted food and he was like meowing. And so then I was like, okay, I'm gonna head back to bed. And so I went to go lay down and I decided to watch one of my favorite episodes of my favorite show called Bob's Burgers. My favorite show, y'all. And I was watching one of my favorite episodes, and in the episode, Bob says, um, he says, I just have to be what she needs, and what she needs from right now is to not be scared. And I don't know, it just like really stood out to me. And so I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to head back to bed, but I felt like inspired and I thought it was just like really funny. So I was like, let me come on here and do this really quickly. I think that I'm going to tell you something really interesting here. I think that this is actually a continuation of the energy that I just read a bit earlier because I'm pulling on the Romeo and Juliet deck. And we have three men here: Prince Aeschylus, Count Paris, and Tybalt, which is the friend. And if you recall, watch the reading that I just did before this, where it says, what's coming in now. There's been a mindset shift. What's coming in now. I also feel like these three masculine energies here also represent those three Ace of Wands that came out all at once. These three Ace of Wands showed themselves all at once, and now as I'm pulling in the Romeo and Juliet deck, three masculines are revealing themselves. Okay? Let's see what I can pick up on this. You know, there's this other interesting feeling too that I received. So I think maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, I was sharing with you all about how there's been like a lot of jealousy around me. I think maybe I shared about it briefly, where it was like I think I was talking about how there were people who I kind of like thought of as friends, but they really just seemed to be more extractive from my time or from my energy or from my ideas or from what I was creating, to the point where like some of these people were literally like, can you walk me through step by step and tell you how you made what it is that you made? Like are you using? How did you decide to do this? Like, how do I find the confidence to do what it is that I want to do? You know? And so like I found that conversation to be so extractive, instead of someone like showing up and just like carrying their own passion forward. It was like they felt the need to look at what I have created for my own self and to just see it because they are feeling lost in their life. And like that has been on my mind lately because that was about like the third or fourth person literally over the last week who had the same type of energy towards me. Literally like, oh, like someone who would bring in chaos or annoyance or like how do I say this? Like someone who didn't know what they're doing in their life at all come to me to, number one, try to join me in what it is that I'm doing and what I'm creating, or number two, for me to give them a play-by-play exactly how they can copy it so they can try to bring some type of sense of purpose into their own life. I'm telling you, it was like the third or fourth person, 3 or 4 people who came up to me like that last week. And you know what's interesting, as I recall and as I reflect on it now, I'm just not going to respond to them. Like that's literally it. Like there was even like I wonder, I don't know, I do feel like I want to talk about this, but like in my mind I'm just kind of, I'm not the point of this isn't to try to like call those people out. Like the point of this is to start to dictate if give me a second here because I said this in the last message. Instead of there being boundaries where I'm supposed to be pushing these people away, instead it's like I'm not going to create a boundary. I want you to join me where I am at on your own. And I feel like between a masculine energy that's forcing or pushing people away and creating a boundary versus a feminine energy that's like, oh, well, you need to transcend to this point where I am. I'm not doing that for you. So let's see what's up with these three masculine energies here. I'm hearing from the Bob's Burgers episode, gather round, I'm gonna tell you a story. Banishment, interesting. Yes, Bobby, thank you. Where's my cat? Severing ties, protection from further injury. Show me this here. Interesting. Seeking help. Listen. This is exactly what I'm talking about from the feminine's perspective. But I feel here like this is even something about like the masculine has gone through this as well, where he's had to take a look at himself and take stock and kind of say like, I don't even think that these are like, I love these bros as much as I can, but it's like the only thing that they really want to do is just copy the swag. Like the only thing that they really want to do is kind of like ride the coattails. I feel like this man kind of went to these friends and proposed something or proposed some type of idea. Rady, Bubba. Yes, thank you, Bubby. It's okay. Thank you. I think my cat thinks that I'm talking to him. I don't know if you can hear him. But I feel like this dude, like he went out with his bros or he was hanging out with them and wanted to ask them for advice. But I feel here like he proposed something in particular to test loyalty to him. You know how you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of there was this girlfriend that I had from college, and even after college we remained friends because we lived in the same area. And like we would hang out every now and then. We would like spend holidays together. And I remember I like tested the waters by like asking her, you know, something like this is happening. I want to react this way, which is a total like petty and ridiculous way to act, like totally out of my character. And then I remember her response was like, oh yeah, that's fine. You're allowed to crash out. And I remember it was something that was also kind of like morally corrupt on some type of way, where like it could have really caused emotional pain for somebody else. And I remember after that, I was like, it seems like this person isn't necessarily a friend. They're just voyeuristic about my life. And that's what I think this man is realizing here, that like he has been seeking help from people who only kind of are witnessing his life, but they're not interested in the actual work that it takes for him to be who he is. And they don't want to do that work either themselves. So they're really just riding his coattails, so to speak, wherever his hard work is taking him. Okay. Hold on, I gotta charge. Sorry about that. Give me a second. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Show me a bit more about what happened here, masculine. Okay. Yeah, we have romantic knight in the reversed. Oh, the cards are upright. Romantic knight in the reversed. Betray. Look. What happened here? There was definitely some type of expose, they're telling me. Where I thank you. They're telling me that your divine masculine consulted a friend even about you. And he consulted him and said something. And when he asked for this friend's advice, the friend gave some really shitty advice. Like with romantic knight in the reverse, like, oh, it's not worth it. It says romantic entanglement and sexual encounter. Like, oh, it's not worth it. Are you sure? Because I don't think they're going to put out something really immature and ridiculous about like romance is dead. Don't even try that. Chivalry is dead. Don't even act like that. You know, like, oh, women don't want romance these days. Something really, really stupid. And then we have here for betray, it says divergence, different values, change of heart, and thought manipulation. Exactly. I'm also hearing in some ways that this friend could have a crush on your divine masculine, but he hasn't really faced that yet. This friend. And it may not even be like a sexual crush. It's kind of like a bromance. That's what this is. That's crazy. That's wild. This friend was literally like, no, don't be romantic. Don't buy this person flowers. Don't compliment them. Saying really, really stupid shit. And luckily now your divine masculine sees that not only is he cutting ties with this person, because when he would seek out help from them, the help that they were providing was selfish. But now he's like, I'm hearing something where he's feeling motivated to get you back. Or he's feeling motivated to show up to you in a different way than when you first met. Okay, show me a bit more, please. Thank you. We have balcony, land of love. This one. And a Capulet. Fatherly love, controlling, and dogmatism. This could even be two brothers talking to their father, or two siblings talking with their father. Okay? Or a group of guy friends. Show me this about the Capulet. What did this fatherly energy have to say? That's so interesting. I'm hearing in some ways I feel like this masculine, I want to make sure I kind of get this is on like the tip of my tongue. If it wasn't a father in particular, this person could have consulted. Hold on. Thank you. This person could have consulted with a fatherly figure. So even if this masculine may not be close to their family, it's like he went to an elder that he respects. And when he went to this elder, he also respects the type of relationship that this elder is in. Like, this is like not going to someone's direct parent, but actually going to someone's elder that they know at work or something, or like a colleague who's been married for several decades, and asking him like, how did you do it? Or like asking him, how did you woo your partner? How did you know that they were the one? How did you win your partner over? How did you show that this person that you love and care about them? I feel like this is what he did so that he could actually get advice from someone who is a mature. His bros are pissed. I'm hearing Dominic. Okay, I'm going to put that out here. I'm hearing the name Dominic, but as a friend. But I'm hearing here that like he consulted with this because he had to look at a masculine energy that he actually reveres in some type of way, that he admires what they stand for and how they live their life, instead of looking around at like the bros that he has who are in the same type of lived situation or the same type of the same old shit, different day. Okay. He was asking him like, land of love, how do you actually, like when you feel like you have met someone who feels like the one, how do you I keep getting woo them. Like, how do you woo them? Okay. On the land of love, it says, but soft wilt light through yonder window breaks. It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. It would actually, I'm hearing that would be really nice. This energy just came through and asked me if I would like a poem for me. And he's going to take this poem, write it on a piece of paper, and slip it in the next time we see each other. That's what he's showing me here. He literally just asked me, like, can I write a poem for you? Would you like for me to write a poem for you? And my immediate response was, yes, that would be really nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, check this out. Love at first sight. This person knew all along that they really liked you and that they really wanted you. This person could also feel that it's almost like the respective realities that you found yourself within were so similar. So maybe you are in a similar situation where you had, or yeah, because I just described this, right? Where you had friends who were kind of like not really adding anything to your life. Or you had friends who were just kind of keeping you in the status quo. Maybe even like some type of friends who maybe felt like they were handlers, so to speak, for you, whether they were consciously aware of that or not. But there has been a mindset shift or a consciousness shift where now you are able to what is this? Okay, I'm going to put that off to the side. Where now you are able to actually see, like, oh, these people, like, it's not that they're not going anywhere, because I don't feel like you're judgmental about them. I feel like you're just literally saying, this is not, like, I want more than this. And I feel here, it's like, I'm not telling you that you need to want more for yourself. I'm telling you, I want more for myself. And now you can react accordingly. Right? Tell me more of this, please. Hold on. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Love at first sight, step forward. Accelerate, being forward, make progress. I'm going to tell you here, yeah, fear, Juliet, forced marriage, and social event. There's almost something here where, like, they're saying because you didn't show up to some type of party or you didn't show up to some type of event, like, I feel like this dude went to talk to his bros and his bros were like, nah, she ain't worth it. Nah, like, that's not your type. Or like, no, like, we only like certain ways around here. It's almost like maybe you didn't go to some type of social event and like I don't know. It's like they used that as ammo in some type of way to declare that you're not this person's type. And what happened here was, because Juliet is the feminine here, because you weren't at this party and because you weren't at this social event, these friends use that to their advantage to put fear into your masculine. Oh, thank you. This is what it is, okay? This is what it is. This is what they're telling me. After you met this person, both of you felt like this was love at first sight. And there was a moment or a blip in time where I'm hearing your friend. You could have also had a friend here who knew you're masculine. There was a blip in time where you weren't around your masculine, but they were still at a social event. And because you weren't there, these friends started to convince him that you wanted to commit too soon. That's what I'm getting here with, like, the forced marriage, right? The friends try to convince your masculine, like, oh, they're gonna want this from you, they're gonna want that from you. Nah, don't be playing with that. There's something here that's like, oh, nah, like, she wants you to text her every day. That's way too much, bro. Like, I'm telling you, really stupid shit. How do you experience love at first sight, so to speak? How do you experience the palpitations, palpitations and like the fluttery feeling and like the blushing and like the rush of your blood, so to speak. Like, how do you experience all of that? And then you're like, oh nah, bro, like you need to keep her waiting. Juvenile juvenile form of like conceptualizing a relationship and a partnership. How do you create a stable foundation to a relationship? And you're like, nah, bro, like don't respond or don't answer to her for 3 days. That's how it goes. It's stupid. So they stupidly convinced your partner. They instilled, and they could have even taken advantage of some type of ability that he has when it comes to commitment. Like maybe it's almost, they're also telling me like he could be a child of divorce. So when he gets into a relationship or a partnership, there's always kind of this bit of insecurity or this little bit of a fear there. I feel like these friends really took advantage of that and literally tried to say like, nah, she's going to try to tie you down. Okay. I feel like I got my point across. This person is realizing like, how stupid was that? I'm even hearing something where it's like, this is even a man of a particular age, where he could be like mid 30s, early 40s. And it's like, he had to take a look in the mirror and be like, how fucking stupid is it to be sitting there and be like, oh, I can't get tied down right now. Like, no, you are aged, sir. You're of a particular age, sir. Okay? Like, he had to kind of like get a grip, I'm hearing. Yeah. He had to get a grip, and now he's coming to you, feminine. He's going to cross over the threshold. And that's the word that I've been looking for when it comes to the feminine energy. So there's no longer boundaries around. Now there's a threshold where he needs to pass through that threshold. And in order for him to be able to do that, he needs to be of a particular mindset, a particular energetic frequency, a particular emotional state, a particular level of stability, right? And I like this because instead of there being a boundary that the feminine needs to uphold, instead, this masculine is taking the responsibility to be able to pass through a sacred threshold to get to her. Okay? How ridiculous. Yeah, look. Isn't that beautiful? Look at this now. Patience and marriage. This is the person that you are marrying. And they said that I can use the future tense to say this is the person you will marry. Okay. And they're telling me here that they're not saying that you need to have patience until marriage. They're telling me that you've had a lot of patience with this person as they've come to realize what it is that they want with you, that they want a commitment to you. That is a serious commitment, so to speak. You've had to be very patient as this person got their grip together, like got their shit together, or like seriously got a fucking grip. Okay, excuse my language there. So feminine, you've been very patient because you've already known that this person is your partner, your husband, you're the fatherly love, like the father of your children, the divine masculine. You already knew this. And you had to practice patience and self-control here, which I don't think is necessarily fair, you know? I do want to acknowledge here that there's like an energetic imbalance here. Like that's not particularly fair to the feminine. And I'm hearing, but he sees this now and he wants to make up for it. Okay? I'm telling you, whoever he had around him and who he was talking with about whether or not he should get with you or what he thinks of you, or like what do these friends think of you, what do other people think of you, like whatever he was asking for help and advice about you, these people had no positive intentions. These people were literally like they were trying to feed your divine masculine poison. They were trying to poison his mind so that he would not be with you, literally. They were literally like Oh no, bro, go in this direction, while they were like trying to hide all of the red flags that they are. It's interesting. It's almost as though like your divine masculine was at a crossroads, and on the right is you with all of these green flags. And then on the left is continuing the pathway that he was on with all of these bros and all of these immature friends. And all these bros are like, oh, put these shades on. And in the shades, the lens themselves are red. So he would look over at the green flags that you had and say, like, oh no, those are red flags. But then he would look over at his bros and see that those flags that are actually red flags had no color. That's what they're showing me here. Can you show me a bit more about this dark deal? Like, why would these friends? Yeah, look, that's why I'm getting wooing. That's why I'm getting wooing specifically. This person's going to woo you and you will get married. Okay. Show me more about this dark deal. Like, why did these friends do this to him? It's like these friends felt like they would get something out of keeping this man out of a marriage, out of marrying you. Like, why? Show me, friends. Eager, immediate action. Thank you. And then the metaphor of love in the reversed. It's very weird. And then we have Friar Lawrence here. It's such a strange perspective that these friends had, because I even feel like they were trying to say that you were too available or you were too eager. They're trying to they're also telling me that these friends have mommy issues, okay? But I'm going to put that off to the side. It's like these friends were trying to say that if someone makes themselves too available to you, you don't want that person. And that actually comes from a distorted attachment style. Because when people are securely attached to someone else, or when someone wants to develop a secure connection with someone else, they make themselves available. And I'm not saying they make themselves available 24/7, absolutely not, because that's then on the other side of a distorted attachment, so to speak. But I feel here it's almost like maybe you responded to text messages too soon, or maybe you came across as very eager. But it's not even eager. It's just like, if eager says immediate action, you were just available. It's interesting because it's like, what is eagerness to a divine union where it's love at first sight? What is eagerness when it comes to love at first sight? I feel like immediate action is built into that type of blueprint of love. Because when there's love at first sight, what happens when you decide to go in the opposite direction with all of the red flags and you ignore that? You end up going in the wrong direction. Okay? That's what the issue was that these friends had. Yeah, like fake death. They were dramatic as fuck. They were dramatic AF. Like, bro, don't do that. It's going to be the death of you. It's going to be the worst thing possible. That's the worst decision that you can make, bro. It was it was dramatics. Okay? Yeah. I kind of want to check in to see, yeah, dream, rings, Cusio, apothecary, fake death, the nurse, time to say goodbye, masquerade ball, kiss. I kind of know what the history is that you have with this person. Because with love at first sight coming through, it's not like this is someone who you were in like a relationship with for like several years. That's not what I'm getting. This is giving me like ships that passed by in the night, or maybe the two of you met for 48 hours or 72 hours or something, and you felt that immediate spark and that immediate connection. Why did that come through? Like I need to cough. Okay. It's like there was this immediate connection that the two of you had, but then I feel like maybe it fizzled out or nothing came to be of it. Okay. Um, can I get final messages from Romeo and Juliet before I try another deck? This person has made a vow to reconcile with you. I feel like this person is thinking to themselves, like, when can I see you again? If there's any conflict, this person wants to resolve it. They want to let go of the past, and they feel like they even want to apologize, or they're looking for I'm not sure what this word is, if it's like restitution. They're showing me an athlete. They're showing me this specifically. It's like when you have an athlete and they go to play in a particular tournament. And when they go into this tournament, they don't have the right coaches. They didn't have the right, let's talk about tennis, right? Because I love tennis. It's like this is someone who goes to a championship. They're going to play for the UST or whatever. But then they don't have the right coaches, right? Working their muscles, not stretching enough. Then this coach has them on some type of whack ass diet. So they're not feeding their body right. Then this coach isn't giving them the right type of coaching, so their mental isn't right. Then it's like this coach gives them these whack ass rackets where like the string tightness is off on the racket. And then this person went in to try to go hit the ball or to get in the tournament in the championship, and they're out in the first round. That's what I feel like happened to your masculine here, so to speak. And now I feel like this masculine pointed out the problem and was like, no, the problem is you, coach. You ain't coaching me right. And now I feel like this energy where this person is coming back better, stronger, more balanced, like in a better physical condition, in better emotional and psychological condition, with better people around them, so to speak. I actually think he may be a bit more alone now, but meaning like I don't think he has the same friends or something. But now it's like he's coming back in better physical, mental, psychological, and emotional conditioning so that he can get through the championship with ease. And he sees this championship literally as the wooing process for you. Like it's like this tournament. He's like, listen, I'm ready to tap in. Like, put me in the ring, coach. Put me on the court. Okay. Final messages, please. He's ready to reconcile. Yeah, he's ready. He's ready. Confession. Okay. Not only is he ready, but he's already thinking about a date. And what's interesting here is I'm not what's interesting, but I want to what he's sharing with me to share with you is he's thinking about dating you and wooing you and romancing you, yes, but he's already thinking about long term with you. So I feel like maybe in the past, or maybe how this person used to date, was he would take it date by date. So, you know, like when you're seeing someone and it's like you have a first date with them, and then you're not particularly sure of when the second date is going to be. You're not particularly sure when you're going to hear back from the person, but the date was really great. That's somebody who was only dating on a date by date basis, like one step, one step, one step. Instead, I feel like this man in particular is thinking of wooing you and romancing you for the long run. So he's not going to take it date by date. He's going to take it like he's going to, I feel like he's going to plan a wooing process instead of just planning and seeing how things go with you, if he takes you over here, if you go out over there. There's more intentionality to his romancing of you now, where it will feel like a plan, where it will feel like there are set appointments, there are set meeting times, set engagements for you both to meet up and to get together, instead of it being like fly by ear. Hey, it's the weekend. Like, what are you up to? No, that shit's done. Okay. All right. They said final card here. Oh, look. Strategy, expertise, and double-edged sword. As I talk about his dating strategy, look, welcome to the Temple of the High Priestess. This is his dating strategy to make you fall in love with him. Again. Okay? I'm hearing the Bob's Burger song again. Gather round, I'm gonna tell you a story. Okay? Yeah. I'm going to read the Juliet energy here. Okay. So I'm going to keep this out. Open up a restaurant that ruined all our lives. I love this show so much. Okay. This one. Thank you. Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands. Haven't I been speaking about the divine feminine energy as having boundaries? But now instead of boundaries, it's a threshold. Okay. Oh, what's this? Thank you. What shall I share from the feminine's perspective? Okay, give me a second. So they want me to pull a couple of Romeo and Juliet from the feminine's perspective, and then we'll do Cosmic Tarot to close it out. Thank you, Divine. This one, okay? Yeah, Juliet, forced marriage. Show me. Okay. Solitude in the reversed. Oh. Masquerade ball. And the nurse. Look at how the energy is completely different. Literally same deck. You saw me just pull from it, and now the energy is completely different. Different cards out completely. Let's see here. Forced marriage, loss of freedom, excessive interference, solitude in the reversed. Masquerade ball, a night of passion. And then the nurse, kindness, loving, and realistic. Give me a moment as the energy transitions. They're showing me a color scheme of an oil slick, which I think is peculiar. You know, when you look at an oil slick on a pavement and it shows up as like purple greens, like there's a reflection on it that's like purple and greens. Maybe this is your aura. It's purple and green right now, but let me continue. Show me a bit more about this masquerade ball and the nurse. That's interesting. This is what they're showing me. That's so interesting. Okay, this is what they're showing me. So first and foremost, for the divine feminine, they want me to, this is so, hold on, I'm almost there. First and foremost, they're showing me that you didn't show up to the party, or you didn't show up where it was because you had work to do. The nurse, kindness, loving, realistic. Nurses work like 10, 12-hour days. Like, you may not be a nurse specifically. That's not the point, they're saying. But it's like you may have been putting in hours into something almost like how a nurse would. It's like you're priorities were completely different. Completely different. A nurse here has responsibilities. Like a nurse has the responsibility to be in service. So you, as the feminine, were committed to a passion project or a sense of purpose or community. You were committed to being in service to the creation of something. And whatever you're creating, it comes from this space of like humility, but also like love and kindness, like how a nurse is. It's like you were caretaking something, either people, a community, or a project, something. So you didn't have the time you didn't have the time, but also it wasn't your priority to just like go out and to, I want to say, like party or enjoy yourself just for the purpose of passion, just for the purpose of like, I want to say, this is interesting, but I want to say sin, like lust, gluttony, pride. Like there was literally no reason for you to go out for this night of just. Did you see that? Did y'all see how they tried to cut me off there? Okay, let me get back to the feminine's energy here. Okay, I was just talking about unrequited love with forced marriage and solitude in the reverse. So let me continue, and thank you all for sticking with me as I had to refresh the internet. This feminine energy was this feminine energy, instead of chasing after the masculine in any type of way. Instead, she decided to kind of relinquish the energy, and she decided to accept the pain and fulfill her needs in other ways. She also immediately recognized that this was love at first sight, but there's an aspect here where maybe it just wasn't fully baked yet, or it just wasn't completely ready, because for both ends, the masculine and feminine, it kind of seemed like it would have been forced at that point in time, like both of you weren't completely ready. And what's so beautiful here that I love about how tarot works and how these oracle cards are working is that the feminine's energy is coming out completely differently. Completely differently. The masculine was off talking with his bros. His bros told him really stupid shit, gave him stupid advice, while the feminine here decided, okay, like, I don't know what's going to happen with this person. And so she was dealing with this pain of this love at first sight being unrequited. Because this masculine received advice to pull away, to like, distance makes the heart grow fonder, like, oh, it seems like this person's too available to you. Maybe they're just eager. You don't know what this feminine wants from you. All of that dumb shit. So it left the feminine feeling like, oh, well, I guess maybe what I thought was just one-sided. And instead of wallowing in that, she decided to be of service instead. She decided to be kind, be loving, have a more realistic outlook on life, where she focused on being of service. She could even be a healer here in some way. Okay? Show me a bit more feminine. Thank you. Yeah, we have Capulet and fatherly love coming through again. So show me this. We have kiss and appointment. Show me. Pacify, reassure. This energy is coming through differently. I feel like this is a feminine's direct father. So you know how for the masculine, I said that he could have consulted with his father, or he consulted with a fatherly figure that he trusts instead of those friends. I definitely feel like for the masculine, the higher percentage is that he consulted with some type of wise man or some type of elder that he actually trusts. But what they're showing me here for the feminine, this could be a father figure either living or having passed away. who is telling her that he actually approves of this partnership. I feel here like there could have been a masculine entity or being or a passed over father, because this Capulet is now coming through as somewhat like a ghost, or like he's coming through as like non-physical here with fatherly love. So I feel here that this is like an ancestral masculine energy of some sort. But this masculine has been, it could even be Archangel Michael, they're saying. This masculine has come through and helped to pacify this unrequited love feeling that was probably very devastating for her. He helped her to pacify the devastation that she felt. Show me a bit more about kiss and appointment, please. Thank you. Romantic night. It's almost like it's so interesting. They're telling me that at this party, this man, the divine masculine, at this party, the divine masculine was actually going to kiss you, but you didn't show. He wanted to show some type of physical affection, physical intimacy. And that's the advice that he got from this fatherly wise man energy. But I feel here like she actually may not have showed to this masquerade ball. Show me, please. Yeah, and that's why he was asking for help to begin with. Very interesting here. There's almost even something here that's like, just because she didn't kiss you doesn't mean she doesn't like you. Okay, show me a bit more feminine. You want that flipped over? Show me more feminine. Thank you. Okay. We have rings, dream, and Tybalt. Who's Tybalt? Confession of love. Yeah. Okay. Oath to the moon and vow of love. Then we have revenge, fall in love, reconcile. Give me just a moment, and then I'm gonna, okay, give me just a moment, please. I think that this elderly man, this fatherly love elderly man, this wise man that they consulted with was also at this masquerade ball. And I feel like your divine masculine went to talk to those two friends, but then there was also this fatherly love energy that was there. And I feel like this fatherly love energy was like, okay, well, if she shows up, like show her affection. If she shows up, like, you know, really, I don't want to say like lay it on thick, but like show that you care. But there's just something here about how I feel like it just didn't happen. And it left the feminine in this, I don't want to say melancholic, but it left the feminine in this dreaming energy, this like dreamy, imaginative energy, where it's like she just kind of fantasizes about this masculine confessing his feelings for her. Because I feel like these two didn't come together on that night. And it left both of them fantasizing in some type of way. Okay? Fear. And what ended up happening to the feminine here is that she fantasized so much about his confession of love, or about him showing that he also felt that spark, or that he also felt those feelings, that it started to turn into fear because he wasn't showing up for her. And that's the title of this video. The only thing that she needed from me was to not be scared. And this is where the fear came up for the feminine, and it turned into, okay, this is just an unrequited love type of situation. Okay? So show me the outcome here between these two. Thank you. They're showing me yes. I definitely feel like there's a union here. I'm just telling you about what happens between the two of you. Yeah. Again, I feel like the divine masculine has received wise, trustworthy counsel to overcome whatever obstacle that this night or that this experience between the two of you created. He's been advised to cross the barrier, to overcome the obstacle. I'm hearing to like lay it out on the line, like just put everything on the table. Okay? Yeah, wow. It's so amazing how different cards are coming out. And this is quite a thin deck. This masculine is going to come back to the feminine here and say, listen, like there was just a misunderstanding here. Like I didn't know what I was doing, and like my friends said something stupid, or I was just confused. And I feel like the feminine's going to say like, yeah, I didn't know what signals you were putting out. I was just very confused. This masculine is going to follow this wise counsel, overcome the obstacle when it comes to his feelings for the feminine. And they're going to both reconcile and say, yeah, it was just really like a bump in the road, or it was just really a misunderstanding. It's a misinterpretation of information, and there was just ineffective communication between the two of you. Okay? Yeah, this is coming out again. I'm hearing let the pursuit begin. And also when I'm watching Bob's Burgers on the television set, it's on mute, but Tina and Jimmy Jr. are out on a date. Okay. I think they're at a steakhouse or something, or like a hibachi place. Interesting. Okay. What else would you like to show me here? I'm going to put all of this back. Ooh, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Cosmic Tarot, can I have some final messages here about this union and what will happen, or what's happening now between the two of them, I'm hearing? Okay. I think that's it. Cosmic Tarot said, check mark, green check mark, we approve. The message has been spoken accurately. Okay, the truth has been shown, the revelation has been revealed. And I feel here there's the cosmic family are signing off on the treaty. And let me say that here. I don't remember what I titled this reading. Oh, but it was like when I was getting those messages from SpongeBob where it's like, where worlds collide, where worlds collide. I feel here because I literally said like the cosmic family, they have signed the treaty of this divine union. Ace of Swords is giving me like a signature, the seal of approval here. The treaty between the star seeds has been agreeable, like agreed upon. Okay. Yeah, look, wow, Devil in the reversed. You both overcame the obstacles. You both cut cords where the cords needed to be cut. Ace of Swords here to the Devil reversed. You cut those cords so that the two of you could come into union. 10 of Cups. So that the both of you could live blissfully, happily ever after with each other. This I feel like this is just like a love story for the ages. They're telling me like, who would have, I feel here like the two of you together is so powerful. It's like, wow, really, who would have thought that there were so many people trying to interfere? It's like the two of you are in this union and now you're able to see, oh, that's why. That's why. because this is some unordinary, extraordinary type of love. I'm hearing No Ordinary Love by Sade. This is no ordinary love. No ordinary love. 8 of Swords reversed. Yeah, you made it out. You cut the cords, you made it out. Congratulations to the both of you. I'm going to close out this energy here. Somebody, I got to tell you, somebody, whoever the masculine is, or maybe it was you, you had like a really conniving, mean girl type of a friend. This is giving me like you had a mutual female friend, okay, who was like discouraging the both of you from getting together for her own sense of satisfaction because she just thought that playing that type of a social game was funny. Look, King of Cups. Like, I'm telling you, there was a serious mean girl here who was trying to like, this is a shit stir, or to stir the pot, so to speak. Okay. I'm going to close this out here. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess. You can call me Anonnie. I am a tarot reader, channeler, and intuitive for divine source and Christ consciousness energy. This is the prophecy reading. If this resonated with you, thank you for liking. You can always subscribe. Thank you for the energetic exchange. I call prosperity and wealth unto me and unto this channel. Thank you for your donations and your temple contributions. Everything is in the description box if you would like to support me and to support these messages. I also have an Amazon wish list, which is just like really cute things that you can also buy for me instead of like, oh, I'm just going to give somebody money. That's always nice. But sometimes it's also nice to see that like I receive actual tribute, you know? Okay, let's put that off to the side. I want to close out the energy of this reading. Thank you for joining me at the Temple of the High Priestess. I will see you in the next one. Ashe, and y'all be good. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Y'all get yourselves some good sleepy time, okay? Just like how I will. Bye.